All right, everyone, welcome back. And we are very luckily joined today by a return guest, Sadibou. So, Sadi, man, how you doing today?
Oh man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Friday, another great week in the books. Um, at this point of the season, at this point of always happy, being healthy, being in good spirits. So I'm just happy.
Yeah, of course, man. It's glad to see you happy. So, I wanted to know, man, what, if any, is sort of, do you feel any major difference heading into this PFL championship as opposed to, the last one? Do you feel any major difference?
So what I would say is each fight is different. Even even though I'm fighting the same guy, again, it's a different fight. So both yes and no. But at the same time, I've been fighting for 20 years. I've been this is I have over 100 fights. So there's always gonna be nerves. There's always gonna be some like thing I'm looking forward to. It's a lot that comes with fighting. And the more you do it, the more experience you get with it. So for me, it's something that I'm looking forward to, but each fight is special.
Yeah, for sure. So, there's been a lot of success for Extreme Couture, recently, and I'm sure that soon you guys are going to be a bit hard to get a hold of with all the success that's been going your way. But I wanted to
Yeah.
know, obviously Sean Strickland is champion, Francis's performance, along with a lot of other success. Has it changed the vibe in the gym at all? In terms of motivating you all to work harder and sort of, increasing the level of the training. Has all this success, changed anything in the gym?
Both yes and no, to be honest. Uh, no, if I say no and start why I'm saying no is because the success comes because of the way we work in the gym. The success comes because of how we push each other in the gym, right? And yes, because seeing the results motivates and like it gets more people to the gym. It gets more energy to the gym. So both yes and no, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. And talking about that, there's been a lot of talk about what's next, for Francis, after obviously the Tyson Fury fight. What fun matchups can you see for Francis in the heavyweight division of PFL? Because I know everyone's sort of talking about boxing, and I would like to see Francis box again, but I do also want to see him come back to MMA. So, what sort of fun matchups can you see for Francis in the heavyweight division of PFL?
That's a good question. To be honest, the last champion, um, he's a tall guy. He's a long guy. He's a great guy. I think he's out of the tournament this year because of injuries. I'm not sure. But what I do know is PFL are unforgivingly hungry in always targeting the highest name, the biggest names, and the biggest free agents. So uh, when it comes to fighting, there's always a next man up. So I'm not worried about Francis getting opponents. Uh, I might be worried about his opponents, but but it will be people that will be stepping up to fight him. I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So there currently isn't a middleweight division in the PFL anymore, and
Yeah.
I know you've fought at middleweight in the past, but is moving up weight classes something you'd want to do again before you finish up with your career, or are you content sort of fighting at the weight class that you are now?
To be honest, I would say that it would all depend on the opportunities and the circumstances. For me to moving up, I wouldn't have anything against it, but the reason would have to be it has to be a good reason for it, right?
Mm,
Right now, PFL doesn't have a middleweight division, and right now I'm signed with PFL. So for me to do a middleweight fight has to be like maybe a pay per view fight outside the tournament or something like that. But all of that is like there are things that I don't. I'm trying to not like put too much energy on that like right now,
yeah,
but it is a legit question, and I even got the question before, like if BFL got a middleweight division back, would I stay at the welterweight or middleweight? Like I I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm very happy with where I'm at right now.
That's good. But, talking about opportunities, if the PFL and Bellator rumors, are true and that all goes ahead in terms of a bit of a merger, are there
Yeah.
any particular fighters currently signed with Bellator that you would really welcome a matchup with, or that you particularly would like to test yourself against?
Uh, so I would say my friend uh, and a guy that I'm rooting for, who is the middleweight champion, Johnny Ablam. He's a guy that I want to keep working with him, keep getting better with him. Other than that, I welcome all of them.
Yeah, for sure. So, something else I wanted to ask, 36 years old now, as you said, you've had a lot of fights. You're an experienced veteran in the game at this point. And, is the end of your career something that, you're starting to look or starting to think about? Or is it more of a case that as long as you feel healthy, mentally and physically, you'll continue competing for, as long as it may be?
Great question. To be honest, the easiest way to answer that question is I don't believe I'm in my prime yet. To be honest, right now. I'm on a 7-fight win streak, and I'm
Mm,
getting better. I'm keep learning. I'm not taking days off. I'm healthy. I'm dedicated. I'm motivated. So no. I have no intention of taking the foot off the gas.
yeah.
With that being said, I'm looking for great opportunities from next year.
Yeah. And last question, obviously, it's now been announced we're going to see, Sean Strickland and Dricus du Plessis,
Yeah.
go and do the man dance, so to speak. And that's a fight that I'm particularly excited for. But I was curious, can you give us an early prediction for that fight? And if so, how do you see that fight playing out?
Um, yeah, I'm very happy for Sean for this fight. Um, Sean is a workhorse. He always he puts in the work, and I always say that the success that he has is because of the way he trains and the way he prepares.
Mm,
He does what he does in the gym and displays in the fight. So I'm never surprised when I find his success, right?
mm.
So I'm happy for him with this matchup. I believe that this is a matchup that's gonna um, make him be able to display a little bit more of his game. He's, I believe that we haven't even seen the best of Sean.
Thank you so much for joining us today, man. We really appreciate you having us back on and, you giving us some time, man. Wishing you all the
Always,
best, for the rest of the year,
always.
man. And, we're going to have to
Appreciate
talk to
it.
you again in future, after some more success in the PFL.
Deal,
Deal.
deal, deal. Make
Awesome.
sure you have a good weekend now, okay?
You too, man. You too. Thank you.